Hello there, Esther. Okay, just a small friendly piece of advice. The next time you send me work, can you make sure it's 250? Because I just did a word check on this and it's like 327 or something. And the reason why I want you to do a word check, or sorry, a word count, is that in the exam you're only allowed to do 275 maximum, but there's no point doing 275. It's much wiser to do 250, which is what they ask for, or 260, something like that. Okay, so just try and bear that in mind. So the next time you finish your essay, do a word count and then search within it. If it's over 250, search in the essay and look for sentences or words we can delete that aren't essential. So let's go. Nowadays, the competence among professionals has grown drastically. For this reason, some people prefer to stay in their current job until their retirement. Good. From my perspective, I support both. Okay, we can't say. So this essay will elaborate more on these perspectives by providing clear examples and statistics. Okay, so what I did there is just deleted this because it wasn't 100% necessary. Because remember, we're going to pick up the bulk of the points in the body paragraph. And just another word of advice, when we're doing the editing, if you imagine it costs you €10 to put down every single word, and you need to save money, and you've only got €260, or actually it would be 2,600, then you'd have to start eliminating the ones that weren't 100% necessary. So we eliminate these, and then remember we've got to make this sentence relevant. So we'd say this essay will elaborate more on these perspectives by providing clear examples and statistics from Coca-Cola and Mars to demonstrate points and prove arguments. We have to mention what we're talking about in the forthcoming paragraphs, otherwise the sentence is empty and it's a copy-paste sentence we can stick in any essay in the world. So we must make it relevant. To begin with, people's routine has become more stressful and overwhelmed. This is due to the economic crisis that started around 10 years ago and has affected every country. So another tip, hedging. Introduce hedging into your sentences, okay? So to begin with, most people's routine has become more stressful and overwhelmed. This is largely due to the economic crisis that started around 10 years ago and has almost affected every country. Okay? We just need to introduce these elements of uncertainty and because that's what's called hedging. Have a look at the sentence guide and it'll explain it in more detail. The expenses of life have forced citizens to adapt their style of life in a monotony, holding their current jobs as a symbol of stability. Good. For instance, singular, a survey made in Coca-Cola Company expressed or identified or showed that 3 out of 5 workers expressed that the competence among professionals has increased in the last few years and has forced them to hold their jobs strongly. Okay, so while we're looking at hedging, also have a look at the acronym we use to construct the paragraphs. And I just skipped over this because we're over the word count and the examples should be restating this, which is exactly what it did. So this was just unnecessary. Okay, just delete that, and then we finish by closing the paragraph with the final sentence that you can see in the sentence guide. Okay. On the other hand, companies have expressed their need to gravitate toward professionals with high levels of education and experience. So, sorry, I just jumped back here. I changed this because it wasn't the correct word to use. And also, we'd already used it here, so we don't want to repeat certain words, okay? Now here, I changed it with high levels, made it plural because you didn't put an article there, okay? Indeed, most of the most well-known companies, such as Mars Corporation, have expressed their preference for workers with a large professional background, not large, with an extensive professional background, and have gained experience in different fields. Good. To illustrate this, studies have proven that 6 out of 10 of the largest companies in America implement a recruiting system that selects applicants with broad experience in different camps, or in different fields would be better. Okay, so once again, I'm just skipping over this. We can get it much better if we follow the sentence guide acronym. Secondly, here's another tip. We've already used this structure before. What other structure could we use? We could have said something like, I've proven that over 60% of the largest companies. Okay, we just needed a different structure there. Also, here, Esther, biggest is a kind of a basic word. Well done for using the superlatives, but we could have said the largest or most significant or most important, something like that, okay, just to improve our lexical resource. From the facts mentioned above, it is clear that both sides stay or switch jobs over professional careers being beneficial depending on the worker's perspective. Good. The decision depends on the professional's expectations and personal aspirations. Very good. We looked at both sides, argued them very coherently. However, we did need to do it in a little bit more, a little less words. Okay, so remember to do the word count, and also just review your sentence guide video course, and let's try and use the special structure we've got. Okay, Esther, I just looked at the the sentence guide course, and you bought the sentence guide course and you've got the 8 essay corrections. You've done those. So if you want me to carry on correcting them, and if you want to carry on improving, then have a look at that link that I sent you. Okay, I'll repost it. I did this essay correction before by accident. Don't worry about it. I'll still give you 8 essay corrections if you get that link, if you just buy that pack from the link below. Okay, Esther, have a good day.